Hi folks, unfortunately I fixed the brake last night and half an hour after I fixed it I realised I was going to do a video of it. So you'll have to make do with some information that I'm going to leave here right now for you to read, and we've got some good stuff coming anyway after you've read that, so I'll see you then. Hello, okay. Today I'm going to show you how to tidy up a neck break, guitar that's had a neck break. Let me zoom it in so you can see exactly what's going on. Let me zoom that in. There you go. Okay. That's perfect. A bit. That's it. Yes, it had a break. So here's the break, which I fixed. And it went right round to the, this will be coming off, this cable tie, which is part of the holding mechanism to hold it together. It's come apart here, so it curves up like that. It's quite clean there, but here, very nasty. It'll chip. What happens is when a guitar neck breaks off, sort of these kind of positions, you will get chipped. You obviously will get chipped lacquer. This is covered in lacquer. Anyway, back to the job. So, what you're going to need for this, is epoxy resin. This is Aradite. This one's Aradite. Okay. And then we've got Gorilla Glue. We've got Gorilla Epoxy. Where is it? There it is. So two type glue. One's hardener, and one's the actual glue solvent. So what you do is you squeeze it, and they'll come out together. And this famous Gorilla Glue, wood glue. This is what I actually done the job with. But most guitarists do use Titebond 2 or 3, which is a wood glue as well. But I decided to use Gorilla Glue because I put some pegs in here. Let me zoom back in so I can show you, just to strengthen it. So it can be an idea if you're doing a neck repair to put. It'd be a good idea. There's two pegs here, one there and one there, and they're metal, they're steel. And you turn the guitar over, and they're coming out the back. Here they're risen a bit, but I'll be filing all that down anyway. And here they're flush. So the idea is to, let's zoom out again. Okay, we're zoomed out. The idea actually is to get the guitar, this part of the guitar, as flat as possible. So however you do it, I'm using a chair, settee, and a drive, a floppy drive. So try and get it as close as possible. It must be flat, very flat. See, so if I move this chair back slightly, I can get up on the arm. That's nice. That is nice. Okay. We're cooking again. We might have to. Okay.
set this back down slightly. There you go. Because we'll be zooming back in. Right. Okay, we'll take this off now. I'm not comfortable though. You need to be pretty comfortable. Okay, there you go. Right. If they're chips, so it's chipped. So if the chip here on this bit if the chip on this part here is coming over the edge, if you understand, so it's got no lip. It's got no lip, so you're going to create a lip. So the resin doesn't go all over the place. So you place your tape on there and just get each side as level as you can. I hope you can see this. And then just, now you've got a little lip there, so the resin won't pour over the edge. Lucky this side because it didn't go to the edge. So there you go. So that's looking good. That's looking good. Okay. Where are we now? So what we're going to do is you want a tub, a small tub, which I haven't actually brought to hand. Stupid of me. Just going to put it on pause. I'll be right back. Okay, and here we are back again. I brought some extras. Right, you need a rag. You'll need a rag to clean things up if you get any spills and things like that. And afterwards, obviously, to wipe around any tools that you might be using. Like I'm using a screwdriver here, which I'll want to clean afterwards before it sets. So these are 5-minute epoxies, 5-minute. So it's quite quick, but let's zoom in a bit more. But don't fear, because you can do it bit by bit. You don't have to do it all at once. Depends how artistic you are. Don't know if that made sense, but you know what I mean. Right, so we're going to squeeze out. I'm not going to use Gorilla, because you don't have to use anything brilliant. You're going to rub it down afterwards. It's only to fill in the chips, so I'm going to waste the Aradite. Gorilla Glue is too precious. So we're going to pour it. We're going to pour our Gorilla Glue, sorry, the Aradite into the tub. And to wipe the ends, you see, it's real messy stuff. Okay. So now we're going to mix that up. It doesn't matter on this job if it dries clear, white, or anything, because I'll be spraying over this job to get a really good finish in the end. I don't think this is a clear one, but it doesn't really matter. Give it a really good. This is a 5-minute setter. You can get them longer, so don't panic. Right, and I've got a little applicator here to do the application of the resin into the cracks and things like that. Hang on, such a messy job, man. Let me do a bit more. That's it. That's got to be it. Okay, wipe the screwdriver clean. Now start to drop your resin. The doorbell's just rung. I have to pause it again. Okay, here we are again. So, drop the resin in the cracks. Just fill it in. Sort of poke it. Fanny about with it a bit, you know. Don't just concentrate as well. This is 5 minutes though. I am concentrating, trust me. See, too much there. I'll be rubbing this down after, so I mean that's not the end of the world. If it's risen, if it's raised, it's better anyway, because then you can rub it down. What you don't want is, if you're rubbing it down and doing a spray job after, what you don't want is it sunken. You're better off having it risen. So if you put too much in there, don't panic and start taking it out. There you go. Get in there now. The wall's going to play its part there that I built. Okay. And we ain't talking about the front wall either. Alright, there we go. There you go. And that'll just sort of just leave it. I'm going to have a little look at that. That's risen there, it's risen a bit there. Yep. It's looking really good. It's looking very good. Okay, now it's beginning to set. Okay. I missed a bit. Okay. Oh, it's so small as well, but can I do anything about it? Is it set that much that I think it has? Yeah. There's just a little bit there that I missed. A little. I'm going to press this in. Might get away with it, you know. And press that in. Beautiful. Oh, excellent. That's lovely. All right. Now, just touch this. Lick your finger and touch it. It's not sticky. If it's set enough, you can actually just wet my finger with some water. Okay. I've just wet my finger with some water. You can actually, as it's setting, you can actually rub it over it, and you can actually sort of flatten it and get it quite smooth. And you're also feeling for any walls risen. Like I said, you don't want it in a ditch. You want it higher than the crack that you're filling. And this one is not. This one is. And this little baby is as well. I'll be masking it about there. It'll be about there. And I'll be spraying this bit, leaving this bit because to show the Dean and the logo. Brilliant, lovely guitar. I couldn't just throw it away, you know. Okay, I'm going to mix up some more glue. I'm I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, welcome back. I've mixed up some glue. Fresh glue. Oh, it's probably that doorbell ringing that messed that up. Okay. This is going to be really good, you know that, when it's actually done and all sprayed and that. Remember, don't be scared to put too much on, but don't go silly. You just want it risen above the edges, so it's like slightly pouring over, if you know what I mean, like you pouring a cup of tea. Okay. And look at the side of it, you can see, yeah, that's fine. That's done it this time. And this one, by the wall, it's a bit. Hang on. I'll be sanding it all down, so as you know, sandpaper really cuts into this glue easily once it's rock hard dry. I'm going to even put a bit. I'm going to even put a bit in my little. Okay. Crevice that I missed. Okay, that's wicked. These notches doesn't really matter when it's sanded down. They'll be flat. You could, when you put, if you're going to put notches in there, you could sink them slightly, and you could fill it with this stuff as well. That actually came to my mind when I did it, but it was too late. It was setting. So anyway, let's see how that sets now. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you learnt something, and I'll see you back again soon. Here we are, back again for the preparation for spraying. I filled it in, raised it higher, rubbed it down. You saw me filling it in yesterday. Rubbed it down, and when you rub it down, you want to feel for anything, any little dents or anything like that, and you can put some more epoxy resin on it, which is what I did. So I'm just going to show you how to get a good finish for your paint job or your primer. You're going to need a block, a simple block of wood, and I'm using here 280 sandpaper. This is for metalwork actually, not for woodwork, but it doesn't really matter. Right, so you will finish on the higher you go, the finer the grade will be. So you could finish on a 800. So you rub it down with a 280, and then afterwards, before the primer, 800, you can go 1000 if you want. Get it really, really smooth. So there we go. Anyway, this is what you need to do. So you just need to, let's zoom in. So you can see exactly. Okay, we've got to zoom in now. So these are the parts. Here and here. Okay. What you do is you just neatly, you don't even have to, you can drop whatever's holding the guitar up. This is just an old floppy drive, no one uses them anymore. You can do it with your hand, because as I said, this stuff cuts quite, not too heavy, you know, you've just done a job on the neck, so not too heavy. Should have been more prepared really, had a neck stand and things like that. Okay, look, okay, and when this gets blocked up a bit, just bang it, and it'll free itself. all the resin that's in there, so you can use the paper for quite a while. Okay, well, I'll carry on doing this, and when I've got it down to primer conditions, I'll show you it before I actually primer it. Okay, so I'll see you, prop that there. So I'll see you in another piece in a while. Okay, I've been at this quite a while now. It's looking good, really good. What I've done is I've wet the paper. You make it wet, not dripping soaking, but just wet, for the final rub down, because it gets it nice and smooth. Just feel for any little crevices or anything like that, any little ditches. There's one tiny one there, so I'll fill that. So it's a three-stage, can be a three-stage process, you know, where you rub down, you feel, it's got to be dead smooth like glass. If you feel any dents, then they'll have to be filled if you want a decent job. So there's just one there. Okay. What I'll do is I'll show you I'll just wipe that now. What we'll do is let's get it in. Okay. There you go. That's not that easy to see, but that's really smooth. Dead flat. Dead flat. Okay. That's it. The next time you see me on the video, it'll definitely be the final job. So I look forward to seeing you then. So here we are again, folks. The job's been rubbed down, and it's really smooth. I just wanted to mention, when you rub it down with the 1200, the final paper, just wet the paper, so you get a really smooth, perfect job like that. Really smooth. I'm quite happy with it. I'll show you a close-up. Whoops. Oh, this is tricky. This is tricky. There you go. It's hard to distinguish the guitar from the job from the obviously from the tape, because everything's white. But I thought I'd show you something else as well. You might be interested in. Just put the guitar in uniform, so it looks natural, sort of thing, I should say. I've I'll be spraying the saddle, the bridge of the saddle as well. So that'll bring it in lovely with the top end. Okay, so the next time the guitar will be sprayed, finished, strings on it, nuts, the lot, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, here we are, folks. This is the finished product. Have a butcher's. You notice the remember the steel pins in the front? You cannot see them at all. Take my word for that. There you go. We go to the other side. This is so tricky. Let me go to the other side. Like that. Whoops. Oh, okay. Don't want to be doing more repairs. All about getting the angle right. That's the back of it. That's the back. If I turn it, you cannot see the cracks at all. It is very professional. Okay, and this is the. I'll actually put some glitter in this as well. There you go. You can see it now. You can see it. It's got little glittery specks that sprinkled over it, and done the head in one coat. So basically laid the colour down, and then afterwards took the tape off, then rubbed the whole lot down, which is 1200 semi-wet, which is 1200, right, or 1000 paper, that is, and just done the whole lot again. So I lacquered the top as well, which was already lacquered, but if you lacquer it all at one time, it will really look flat, and it'll just look professional. It'll just look professional. Kind of job. If we go back down to the bottom, which I told you I'll be doing the saddle bridge, which I did do, and that's got some glitter in it too. So I am quite happy with it. I'm just going to give you end notes as well after this section of the video. Just a few little notes I want you to bear in mind. So that'll be coming in a few seconds. Okay, cheers. Thanks for watching.